Hi, let's look at some terms used in Composz. Attributes. Attributes are names given to individual text data elements. Student name, student image, etc. are examples of attribute names. Attribute names are similar to column headings found in the Excel spreadsheet. Students list XLS, John, and DSC0013 JPEG are examples of data elements. Attribute data types. In Composz, there are two data types you can choose for attributes. First one is text data type, and the other is image data type. For example, attributes like student name, teacher name should choose text as data types, and attributes like student image, teacher image, group picture should choose image as data types. Data level. A data level is a name given to a collection of related attributes. Some examples of data level names are student, teachers, class, etc. Data level names are equivalent to Excel files named students list XLS, teachers list XLS, etc. You define attributes for a data level. A student data level usually contains related attributes of students like student name, student image, etc. Note: in Composz, you define as many data levels as to the number of data files you need for a product. In database terms, data levels and attributes are equivalent to tables and columns. Main data level. In Composz, you have to designate one data level as main data level. A main data level designation is used to identify for which data level you want the document generation to be based upon. Usually, the student data level is designated as the main data level for school picture products, as you will be generating documents based on students. Composz rule. There can only be one main data level for a product. Product. A product name is given to the type of a school picture product that you're going to build in Composz. Some examples are composites, my picture booklets, school graduation folders, etc. Note: a product has one or more pages. A product has many data levels. Product set. A product set, as the name indicates, is a set or part of the product. For example, let's say a school contains many classes like Class 1A, Class 5, Class 10B, and so on. Then the school is considered as the product, and each class is considered a product set. Product set keys. Product set keys are nothing but one or more attributes, which identifies how the product is grouped into sets. For example, in the product, school, the product sets are grouped by attributes class and section. The class and section are called product set keys for that product. Composz rule. Product set key attributes can only be chosen from a main data level. Product set key values. Product set key values identify a single product set. For example, if the product set keys are class and section, and their values are class 1 and A respectively, then they identify the product set class 1A. Product set count. Product set count tells us how many records are there in the product set, usually identified by their product set key values. Usually it means how many students are there in a class. Note: product set count is a value you supply when you create various product sets for each class and section in Composz. Data level relationships. Let's see why you need data level relationships in the first place. Let's take the example of two data levels. Student data level, which contains related student data like student name, student image, etc. And teacher's data level, which contains related teacher data like teacher name, teacher image, etc. If you need to find which teachers are teaching which students, there's no way you can tell by looking at the data in either student data level or in teacher data level. That is where data level relationships come into play. To relate data levels, both data levels must have common attributes like class and section defined in them. Now if you look at the data in student data level for the class and section values, you can readily tell which students are studying in Class X and Section A. Similarly, if you look in the teacher data level for the class and section values, you can easily tell which teachers are taking classes for Class X and Section A. By looking at both data levels, now you can tell which teachers are teaching which students in which classes and sections. Composz rule. You need common attributes present in both data levels to establish a relationship. Note: in real life, schools already have their data files related by having common attributes between the files. Similarly, in Composz, if you have more than one data level for a product, then a data level must be related to at least one other data level. Data levels in Composz are related in two ways. 1. Data level relations via product set keys. 2. Data level relations via non-product set keys. Let's see what is data level relations via product set keys. Data level relations via product set keys simply means if a data level has a product set key attributes defined in them, then that data level will be automatically related to all other data levels which has product set keys in them. Next, let's see what is data level relations via non-product set keys. As you might have guessed, the relationship between two data levels are established through attributes, which are not via product set keys. For example, let's take two data levels, namely student data level and marks data level. Student data level has class, section, student ID, student name, student image, etc. Marks data level has student ID, exam title, subject, marks scored. By looking at two data levels, you can readily see that they are already related by the attribute student ID. This is what we call data level relations via non-product set keys, as clearly student ID is not part of the product set key attributes, which are class and section. Composz rule. To relate data levels having non-product set keys, one of the data levels should already have the product set keys in addition to the non-product set keys. Note: non-product set key relationship is a powerful feature which enables a number of complex products to be built easily in Composz. For example, custom yearbooks, story booklets, picture booklets, report cards, etc. can very easily be built using this feature. Layout. Let's see what is a layout. Each page of a product is called a layout in Composz. It also means you need to create as many layouts as to the number of pages in a product. For example, for a one-page composite, you need to create one layout. For a two-page picture booklet, you need to create two layouts, and so on. Note: a layout is where you design the page, place static data and variable data slots using Compoz's editor. Layout data levels. While a product can have many data levels, not every layout or page needs all the data levels defined for the product. For example, in a two-page picture booklet, you only need the student data level for the outer page, while the inner page might need all the data levels like student, teacher, etc. So, you simply choose what data levels you need for each layout, and those data levels are called layout data levels. Slot fors. In Composz, slots for variable data are called slot fors. Slot fors are nothing but placeholders for attributes belonging to data levels. In Composz, you have the flexibility to choose which attributes you want from which data levels as data slots for slot fors to be placed in a layout. Note: you need to choose your attributes from different data levels as slot fors before you can begin to place them in a layout using Compoz's editor. Main slots and main member slots. For the purposes of customization, Composz has created these two terms, main slots and main member slots. As you might have guessed, main slots and main member slots are for attributes belonging to the main data level only. In fact, main slots and main member slots refer to the same exact attributes you chose as for slots from the main data level. Main slots should be thought of as slots which prominence is required, meaning a large image size and a large text size. Main member slots should be thought of as classmate slots, which usually are smaller in size for both text and image. Usually you'll have one occurrence of main slots in a layout. Main member slots usually will have as many occurrences as to the strength of the students in a class minus 1. You subtract 1 because that one student slot is taken up by the main slot. Other slots. Data slots which come from data levels which are not main are called other slots, usually teacher's data level. Class data level, etc. will qualify for other data slots. Occurrence count. Occurrence count indicates how many times you want a particular data slot to be placed in the layout. For example, in a one-page composite for class consisting of 25 students and 2 teachers, there will be one occurrence of main slots from student data level, 24 occurrences for main member slots from the same student data level, and 2 occurrences for other slots coming from teacher data level. What you've seen so far are some of the Composz terms. While the explanation might not be comprehensive, we sincerely hope the basic explanation presented will get you started in building various products in Composz. Good luck!